Hi, brothers. This is Bob. Well, the big weekend has finally arrived. I know. You're probably thinking it's about time Bob said something. It's been quiet around here. I'm sure every one of you have been sitting by your phones, missing my text message, emails, reminders, updates, calls. Trust me, there was a moment I even missed myself. But in all sincereness, thank you. We were pushed a few weeks, and Advent is now officially here. And what better weekend to launch the Eucharistic Guardians than the beginning of a season focused on hope, waiting, preparation, and the coming of Christ himself. So I want to go through a couple updates for you, as well as just some reminders. So here we go. This Saturday, November 29th, at the 5 p.m. Mass, and again for every Mass on Sunday, the 30th, the Eucharistic Guardians officially begin serving at St. Gabriel's the Archangel. This is a blessing for our parish and truly for us all. So now I want to walk through a couple updates and clarifications from our training, especially regarding positioning during communion. You may remember that we said there would be 4 Eucharistic Guardians at each Mass, except for 7:30 on Sunday. And who remembers why? Anyone? Bueller? That's right. At 7:30 a.m. Mass, there are no Eucharistic ministers stationed in the rear of the font. So that may change one day. Attendance seems to be going up at 7:30 a.m. Mass. But again, given the attendance at this point, I don't see that happening within the next 4 to 6 months. But don't tell anybody. I could be wrong. And of course, it would really be the first time in my life that I was wrong. But it could happen. So here is the updated positioning. EG1 stays exactly where originally it was planned. And that was at the end of the pew where the altar servers sit, monitoring the side aisles, and that's section A of this diagram. EG2 was originally assigned to the bottom of the ramp on the right side of the altar going up to the altar. Now we're moving that closer to the left side where EG1 is, and will be standing by the columns where the deacon distributes the precious blood. So the question is why? That area has a lot more movement and needs increased visibility. So that means that where EG2 was at the bottom of the ramp, that's now vacant. Well, we're going to move EG3 from the back, move that up to the ramp, and that will serve that purpose. EG4 will remain in the back, but will now stand directly in front of the 2 double doors leading into the narthex. This position has only 2 communion stations to watch when there's Eucharistic ministers in the back. In summary, we basically rotated the whole team counterclockwise, 2 up front to the left of the altar, 1 by the choir, and 1 in the back. Now, this will be our layout until we evaluate what works well, what doesn't, and then what feedback comes from you, the parish, the staff, clergy, our priests and deacons. Okay? The next update number 3, handling host, right, and using a Pix. Now, for demonstration purposes, right, this is one of my Pix, right, that I end up using. And then I also have another one that I use for communion to the homebound or sick. And it carries in a pouch, right, around my neck. And that's the right way. I don't put this in my pocket. And that is really how I distribute and hold the Eucharist, right, when I'm going to different places. And again, it goes around my neck. You won't need that for the masses. What you will need is just a regular Pix, right? And that's one of these, and that you would just hold, in your hand. So if the situations where someone needs to be approached and you're retrieving the host, if you do not feel comfortable consuming it yourself, we have a Pix available in the back sacristy. Just borrow one for that Mass and then return it afterwards. Place the host reverently in the Pix. Hold it discreetly in your hand, continue your position, and then when communion concludes, bring it directly to the sacristan, explain to them what you have, and then just make it simple, calm, and respectful. Hopefully that's clear. If not, you can always get back to me directly. Update number 4, communications from Father. Look, the reason why there's been a lot of good energy right around this launch, and Father wanted this to begin in Advent so he could properly inform the parish. You've probably seen my mugshot on the big screen these last few weekends. Believe me, I've had enough of looking at myself as well. But thank you for all the kind comments. The feedback from the parishioners about the ministry has been incredibly positive. Father has publicly supported this ministry, not just through the video, but in his homilies and reminders about proper reception of the Eucharist. And if you go to stgabriels.org or stgabriel.org, our website, right on the homepage, scroll down just a little bit, and you'll see a section titled Reminders Regarding the Eucharist. It's a great one-page reference. Thank you to Brother Sean Roberts, who started this whole idea. The church then took that further and then put it into one document, including some other things, and changed some stuff. But I also want to thank also Brother Mike Woodruff for recommending that the Guardians keep a few copies maybe in their pockets at Mass, right? So in case there's something that you need to hand out to someone, whether it's just for educational purposes or you do come in contact with someone who didn't know what to do with the host. But both of you, Mike and Sean, are underpaid. Got to go talk to Paul about that. Update number 5, MSP scheduling and the app access. Everyone who attended the training should have received an email from Kelly Jackson giving you access to the MSP, which is our ministry scheduling system or ministry scheduling program, MSP. If you did not receive it, again, if you did not receive that email or you think you might not have received that email, text me right away. Let me know. Do me a favor. I don't have everybody's cell numbers, so let me know who you are, and then that you have went through the training. And I have a list of everybody. I think I have a pretty good tracking of who's been to training, and then we'll make sure that you're at it. And Kelly will send that out. She works in the staff, and she really works on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So the next thing, for those unable to commit to a monthly slot, you still have an opportunity to serve. Let me give you an example. If I'm already going to Mass earlier in the day, but see an opening at the next Mass, let's say I'm going to 7:30 on Sunday morning, and I see that they need a Eucharistic Guardian at 9:30 Mass, I can just show up. I can attend my 7:30 Mass, go home, right? Maybe I have to get my night shirt on. I can then show up 20 minutes after Mass starts, prep myself mentally and physically for the EG roll before communion, serve through communion, and then quickly slip out. But you can also sign up as a fill-in by watching. On Thursdays, we'll have an email go out with all the available slots on this following weekend, and periodically you'll get ones of somebody that maybe put in for a sub. They're going out of town and they need a sub for that. So everybody will get those. Update number 6. Let's talk about shirts. First off, that's required, right? To wear a shirt as you're acting as a Eucharistic Guardian. Our worthy Grand Knight, Paul Scribano, has about 20 new night shirts available. I believe they're polo shirts. Text him your size and then arrange payment with him on those shirts. And then, sorry, brothers, he does not take IOUs. But if you're having a problem getting to him or you want to contact me, then no problem. I can end up helping you get that shirt from Paul. Update number 7. December is a busy month, right? We have Christmas, and there's Christmas masses, which means that they're not standard. So there's additional masses being done. I haven't finalized the plan for the additional December masses yet, especially Christmas Day, when we'll have liturgy in the main church, right? We'll have that covered from the normal team. The community center will have Mass going on, and then also at the Bishop Kelly Center. So expect more openings and more opportunities to serve. Update number 8. I want to recognize Mike Woodruff. As we're talking about serving, Brother Mike Woodruff, or many of you know him as Woody, has offered to help organize and help me out, right, in the coordination, all with one functioning arm. Some of you know he just had shoulder surgery, and I know it well because I had it myself. Yes, he looks like a one-arm paper hanger, but guys, he's still working harder every single moment. So thank you, Mike. So if you want to serve and you don't see your name on the schedule for this weekend or for December, reach out to both Mike and myself and we'll get you plugged in, okay? And as I conclude here, one, I'll be at every Mass this weekend. If you need guidance, reassurance, support, right, or just want to debrief, I'll be there, okay? So gives my wife an opportunity to have a nice quiet morning on Sunday. And then let me give you some closing comments, and I think this is important because it's come up a bunch of times. Something I said at training that I want you to remember. You are part of the rhythm of the Holy Mass. Let me repeat that. You are part of the rhythm of the Holy Mass. This ministry itself is part of the rhythm. When you're serving as a guardian, your presence should match the sacred flow of the liturgy. No running, no chasing, no tackling, no forceful confrontation, no hovering. Those things break the rhythm. Instead, serve with peace, awareness, reverence, and calm movement. Peacefully observe, peacefully act, and peacefully return. That is the rhythm of the Mass. Follow that, and everything else will fall into place. Brothers, I am truly grateful for each of you. Thank you for stepping up. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for protecting the body and blood of our Lord. Together, we will make this ministry a blessing to our parish. Together, we will ensure every host is received with the reverence Christ deserves. And if you need anything, text or call me anytime, 214-548-0180. If I'm available, I'll pick up or I'll return your call. We'll see you this weekend. God bless you, and God bless the entire team. Thank you. Be bold, be proud, be Catholic.